Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent, and if you do enjoy the videos, then don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Yes, this is big, this is huge, It's going to be one of those episodes where I don't even know how long this episode is going to go for. It could go for 4 minutes, it could go for 10 hours. That's how excited I am about all this. I may just rush through it, and I may have to come back another day. There is just too much going on. My God, I need a glass of water already. XRP classified as digital currency by Goldman Sachs, Wells Fargo, and HSBC report. Now, it doesn't get any bigger in terms of there is literally only one person, one organization in the entire world that thinks it's a security and everyone else doesn't, and that's the SEC. Ripple recently scored a minor victory as the magistrate judge Sarah Netburn granted Ripple's request to serve non-party subpoenas to video hosting platforms to authenticate some of the video's top officials from the US Securities and Exchange Commission giving speeches. But now, with this latest report that's come out, it's crazy. Like this report and what has come out, it just puts added pressure to the tactics and to this case that the SEC is desperately trying to hang on to, and they've done a really good job at hanging on. Let's give them credit, right? I mean, they've held longer than I ever thought that they would hold. But as reported by You Today, Ripple was identified as an opportunity in payments alongside Circle, a peer-to-peer payment technology, and Coinbase in a report by Goldman Sachs Investment Banking Division. The overview of digital assets and blockchain, the report highlights RippleNet, a network of institutional payment providers like banks and money, remittance services that use solutions built by Ripple. This is big. Now, it seems like yesterday. Now, I wasn't in crypto back then, but in 2017, 2018, the amount of hatred and the amount of, resistance that organizations like Goldman Sachs had for blockchain, for crypto back then. I mean, 5 years isn't really a long time when you think about it. 5 years is going to go pretty quick. Before you know it, it'll be welcome back to another episode, 2027 edition, and it's going to arrive faster than we all anticipate. But this is big, and this puts pressure, even more pressure, on the SEC. Now, in terms of Coinbase facing a new class action, the IRS allowed to investigate SFOX customers, another objection in the Ripple versus C war. There's a lot happening from a case point of view. There's a lot happening now. Yes, crypto exchange Coinbase faces new class action suit. Their recent financial report came out and it wasn't good. They've lost a lot of money, and so be careful out there with exchanges. As always, private ledgers are the safest way to go about your crypto, and that is really, really, really important. But in terms of the case, as I mentioned a couple of days ago, we are waiting to see if the judge rules in favor of Ripple and doesn't allow the SEC to delay these emails coming out anymore. Now, the SEC does accuse Ripple of advancing inconsistent arguments regarding the Hinman emails. Now, I find that very, very ironic. Look, it's the classic case where they've got us, and now we need to try and delay. We need to try and come up with somehow, some way, some legal way to keep this going. And they say that it's fundamentally inconsistent argument. Well, I find that fundamentally annoying that we've been going from December 2020 with this case, if the SEC, cares to know. And I think we all do. December, I remember like yesterday, December 20, a couple of days before Christmas, the day that the guy decides to leave the office, he files this, right? I mean, come on. Let's be honest here, SEC. This case is a joke. You know it, we know it, and we can't wait to get that final seal of approval. And again, I'm a financial advisor, I'm not a financial advisor, but we pretty much by now all know where this is heading, and the world knows it too. I mean, Goldman Sachs would not come out with a report like that if they didn't have a pretty good intuition that, you know what, Ripple's going to come out the other side. And they're going to come out the other side swinging. And the quarterly reports that have been coming out and the on-demand liquidity hub and all the partnerships that have been going on ever since the case happened, there's nothing short of amazing. Of course, we're going to talk about price today. We'll talk about where we've been, where we're going with it, what is happening with it, and, like, we'll break down the current price action, what can we expect for the next couple of days, next couple of weeks coming up. Now, in regards to melt faces, right? I mean, that was the title of today's episode. I mean, not only do we have the Goldman Sachs, which already would be enough to melt faces today, right? But Swift, an XRP patent was found. And now I find this really, really interesting, right? So this particular patent is for Swift and XRP to be used. Settlement gateway of payers bank sends way for non-limiting example XRP, the native currency of Ripple protocol, to billers bank gateway, payers bank gateway notifies token database. So I find that really, really interesting. Really interesting. So there is, look, I think that there is just so much going on. So much going on behind the scenes, very closed doors, that once they all start to come out, it's going to be one after another, after another, after another. I mean, this is big. We're not talking about something small. Like, this is major stuff that is going on. The Goldman Sachs, these patents, magically appearing on the internet and being found. It's all brewing. And the frustrating bit as an investor is that at the moment, none of this reflects the price action. None of it. And so you sit there going, oh my God, am I in the right thing? How much longer can I wait for XRP? Should I be jumping into algo? Should I be jumping into this? Should I be jumping into that? I know you guys think that. It's only human nature because it's not moving the price. So you think maybe nothing is happening. But it is. It is happening behind the scenes. If you look, if you search, if you dig, it's happening. It's happening. Now, check this out. Another dot. Algo and XRP can live very happily together. Interesting to see all these guys together. That is very, very interesting. Very, very, very interesting to see all of them together like that. I think that's really, really, there's something going on there. So can we see a future where XRP and Algorand collaborate together, work together? What does that do? What future opportunities are there with that? What does that look like? So I think this is really, really interesting. All this stuff that is brewing at the moment, right? It is very, very exciting. And like I said, it does not reflect the price action, which is very frustrating. And I get it. It does not reflect the price action today, but it will reflect the price action. It will. And again, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I know with the amount of research that I've done on this, that what is coming will melt the faces of the haters and of the ones that have just simply closed an eye and not researched like you or I have. They won't see it coming because they don't want to see it coming. It's been in front of their faces all along. And when it does come, don't come calling to me because you've had plenty of time to get into dollar cost average, to get more. We've all had this opportunity, right? But I think there's a storm brewing. Massive. Can we see 32 cents coming up in the short term? Yeah, that could happen. That can definitely happen. But when we do start to swing, it's going to swing, and it's going to swing really, really fast. And it's going to come. And it will probably touch 46 cents. If we touch 46 and consolidate above 46, then we can see it even go as high as 60, 70 cents in the short term, right? But be on the lookout for a 32 cents. It's not out of the question yet. But when? when we start to move and the price action really kicks off, and all these things that have been happening in the background start to come in one after another, and especially that legal clarity that Ripple wants. That Ripple has been spent so far $100 million on this case. When that does arrive, it is going to be a day that you and I will never forget. Now, if you learned something new today, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. As always, thank you. Look forward to see you on the next one.